So the 4 pillars of masculine success, why physique, income, influence, and gravitas determine masculine value. And when I talk about the scrub and the scrub is just a low value guy, pretty average, doesn't have much going for himself. And the stud is a high value performer. He always seems like he's always successful, does well financially, does well with women. That is the difference between the scrub and the stud. Image is built from the inside out. Here's the truth that Scrubby doesn't want to hear. A powerful image is not built from the outside in. It's built from the inside out. Clothes don't make the man makes the clothes. It doesn't matter how well you dress. If you look, like I've seen a lot of guys that wear all these expensive designer brands, but they're scrawny, they don't really command presence. And just because they put on that shirt, they think that it's going to level up their look. The point here is that the model makes the clothes. It's not the other way around. The clothes does not make the model. A lot of guys try to compensate for that lack of frame, that lack of physique, that lack of presence by just throwing on like designer clothes. You can put Scrubby in an expensive outfit and he'll still be dismissed. You can put the stud in something simple and he'll still carry authority. And the best way that I can think about it, I have a really good friend, shout out to my boy Drew. Like my boy Drew, man, if you saw this guy, dude's jacked, he's like 6 feet tall, looks good. And this guy, bro, like if you just gave him a cheap shirt from Walmart, like a cheap black tee from Walmart that's like 10, 15 bucks, if he puts on that shirt, he still looks good. He still commands presence. He still has high level attractions with the ladies because it's the model. He looks good, and anything that he puts on, as long as it's nice and tailored, fits him well, he is still going to give off those signals of a high value guy. Everything people respond to in a man comes down to these 4 things: physique, income, influence, and gravitas. These aren't trends, they're structural forces. Neglect one long enough and the whole structure weakens. Scrubby usually focuses on just one of them and ignores the rest. The stud understands that they all compound. And an easy way to think about it is like that guy that's always here in the gym, looks good, has a nice physique, but he's broke. He doesn't have solid frame. Like he's like the nice guy. He's always getting taken advantage of. And also he doesn't really know how to communicate, doesn't know how to express his thoughts. Even though he's jacked in the gym, he's powerful in that area, but he lacks the rest of the pillars. You want to be maximized across the 4 pillars. That's why it's very important, because if, let's say for example, if you're good with money, but you don't have any frame, that's when you get taken advantage of. You get treated like a trick, like a bank account, like a credit card. That people just want to take advantage of you for your money. Pillar number 1, physique. This is your modern business card. Your physique is your modern business card. And if we break down the definition, physique is the visible condition of your body that signals health, discipline, and capability. Physique is the most immediate signal a man sends. Before you speak, before you explain yourself, before anyone tests your competence, your body communicates discipline, energy, readiness. There's a great saying in Spanish that says that dijo sin hablar. He said without saying anything. Just translates to you're speaking with your body. That's why it's the modern business card, because it instantly shows that you're disciplined, that you're in shape, that you wake up early, or that you're always here in the gym, that you're consistent. It shows those positive qualities. And we've all seen guys that are out of shape. Like they have a lack of willpower because they eat anything that is put in front of them. They have a lack of discipline. They're not hitting the gym. They're not consistent. They're not taking care of their health. So that lets you know how they operate in other areas of life as well. It's a higher probability that guys that are in shape and they take care of themselves, that they just have a better model of doing things, right? They have that accountability for themselves, and they have that discipline, motivation, and consistency that's very valuable. So how do women read it? Women respond instinctively to physical capability. It's not perfection, not bodybuilder extremes, it's capability. Health, protection, dominance without volatility. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been out of shape. I remember back when I was in high school, like my early years in college, I was kind of chubby, out of shape, starting to hit the gym harder. And I've seen both sides of the spectrum. And when I was chubby, girls were just not as attracted. Now that I'm more in shape, you know, I take care of myself, I hit the gym. It's like a night and day difference. Girls are highly attracted to your physique. If you take care of yourself, it just is an instant turn on for a lot of women. A man who takes responsibility for his body moves differently, and that difference is felt immediately. So how do men read it? Men respect physical capability because it signals self-control, discipline, pressure tolerance. A capable body reduces unnecessary challenges. Physique also reinforces gravitas. When you look capable, people assume competence elsewhere. When it comes to strengthening physique, there's no perfect method. You can choose whatever you like. You can do calisthenics, strength training, lifting weights, combat sports. The signal is the same. Strength, lower body fat, visible muscle, better posture. Personally, I love combat sports. I like lifting weights. And the reason why I think this is the most optimal is because if you pick something that's going to make your body stronger, like calisthenics, lifting weights, you're going to become stronger. You're going to look more physically capable. You're going to command more presence. And combat sports, I just think it's very important. I started training combat sports since I was a kid. I was doing boxing, then I got into MMA. And I think that's very helpful because it just lets you know that you can take care of business wherever you're at. You can defend yourself, you can defend your family, anyone that you love. And it also makes it easier while you're traveling. Like, I've been traveling all over South America, and for me, it gives me more confidence knowing that I can defend myself if I need to. So guys, I would highly recommend lift weights and also do some type of combat sports. When it comes to food, food is fuel. It's not entertainment. Perfection is not required. Capability is. Scrubby obsesses or ignores it. The stud stays consistent. That's a key word, consistency. You want to stay consistent with your training and also your diet regimen. The second pillar is income. Income is your consistent ability to generate money through skill, leverage, or ownership. Income is proof of value creation. Not because money is everything, but because income reflects competence, problem solving, reliability. Scrubby says money doesn't matter. The stud understands its leverage. It's professional reality. When you look like a man of business, people trust you faster. Clients take you seriously. Opportunities appear earlier. Professionalism isn't cosmetic, it's leverage. When it comes to strengthening income should be pursued intentionally, not accidentally. High leverage paths reward responsibility. Scarcity, decision-making, mastery, or ownership. Scrubby drifts. The stud positions. Money isn't the goal, leverage is. The third pillar, influence. This just means moving people. Influence is your capacity to shape decisions, behavior, or perception in others. Influence is often misunderstood. It's not manipulation. It's not being loud. It's not reducing friction. Influence with men among men, it creates leadership. It's clear communication, fair credit, calm framing. Scrubby waits to be noticed. The stud positions himself. When it comes to influence with women, influence is direction. It's not lines. It's not tricks. It's structure. Men without influence chase. Men with influence invite. When it comes to strengthening influence, influence is built through exposure. Leading, negotiating, presenting. This is in the realm of making money. Avoiding discomfort kills influence. Scrubby avoids it, the stud sharpens it. Influence when it comes to women, all it is game. It's like if you want a girl, if you want to date her, if you want to take her out, if you want something short term, if you want something long term, you have to know how to communicate with her effectively, how to build the chemistry and also influence the relationship in the way that you want it. Doesn't mean that you're manipulating it. It doesn't mean anything negative. It's that you just know how to influence people and you know how to dictate a situation in your favor. Finally, the fourth pillar, gravitas. All it is the weight of your presence that commands respect without seeking approval. It's your frame. Gravitas is quiet authority. It's composure under pressure. It's restraint, emotional control. A man with gravitas doesn't rush or over-explain. Scrubby fakes confidence. The stud carries weight. It's also mental fortitude. Gravitas is built through discipline, through philosophy like stoicism, responsibility, even faith, tradition, or long-term thinking anchor identity. A fighter that I think really resonates with this is Khabib in the UFC. That dude's always training, he's always hitting the gym, he's always praying, he's Muslim, and he has so much devotion to his faith. And that gives them frame. It gives them that mental fortitude by being stoic, by having the help of God. This is what gravitas means, is that you want to start developing that mental fortitude. Going back to the fighting, a man who can fight but chooses restraint carries calm authority. Gravitas isn't aggression, it's controlled capability. This is why I really resonate with mixed martial arts and fighting, because once you know how to fight, you don't really want to go out picking fights. If you don't know how to fight, those are the guys that are always picking fights. Gentlemen, these are the 4 pillars. This is the philosophy. These 4 pillars are lifelong commitments. You have to start looking at this for life. Physique sharpens presence. Income secures independence. Influence creates leverage. and Gravitas stabilizes power. Scrubby treats them casually. He doesn't really care about them, or he forgets about them. The stud compounds them over time, and he always maximizes the 4 of them equally. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it down in the comments. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram. You can see the behind the scenes. Also, I do work one-on-one, whether it's leveling up your attraction with the ladies, leveling up your professionalism so you can generate more income, or just garner more respect from other men. Shoot me a DM and we can see if we can work together. Everyone is different. Everyone has a unique style to them. And when we work together, I tailor a specific plan for you. As always, stay fresh and stay confident.